and I'm looking forward to hibernating. I look forward to that brief period of time where we get a couple months where it's okay to not be running around constantly doing things. It's okay to nurture ourselves and to, have some quiet time. I look forward to that. Good morning, guys. Well, it might be morning when I post this. I'm not quite sure. It's morning now when I'm filming this. It's Friday, January 3rd. Wow. Already, I told you this year is just going to fly by. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, today is January 3rd, and I have a ton to do. Since we've been back from vacation, I haven't been doing a whole lot. I've been decompressing and unpacking, that kind of stuff. But as you can see behind me, I still have a whole house decorated for Christmas that I need to take down and pack away. And I am not looking forward to that, but it's got to be done. Maybe I'll just leave the tree up all year and just decorate it for the different holidays. I hate that. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, my husband, he'll take down all the outside lights and the inflatables and stuff like that. So we're going to work on that this weekend, get that done, get the house back in order so it looks all cold and bland and boring. That's the worst part about after the holidays. Although, to be honest, I kind of do like to have it all cleaned up and squared away, because after a while it does get to be, you know, overwhelming, all the stuff, so it feels kind of clean, and I don't know, more open after I take it all down, but it just isn't as cozy and, festive, of course. So I'll leave some white lights up here and there. That helps give a little bit of ambient lighting. So anyway, I'm going to do that. I got to go pick up Jazz. He's been with my son and his fiance for 2 weeks now. And you guys probably know they already have 6 cats. So they offered to take in Jazz because obviously they're cat lovers. And I knew they would be good with him. He's never been away from home. And they said that he was pretty good until the very end. He started doing some things, but, it's to be expected because he's out of his element. And they're really nice about it, but they're ready for him to come home too. They've got, like I said, they got 6 cats of their own already, and they have a dog, and they have 5 kids. So they have a full house. So I totally get it. And I do miss him, the little muscle head. But yeah, I don't have anybody to knock over my camera while I'm trying to film, I don't know. I keep expecting him to come walking in the room, like he does, and jump up on me or jump up and knock the camera over. So that's been kind of nice. So yeah, I've got to go get him. I got to go get the fish. My other grandson's been watching the fish. I got to run some errands. Tonight I'm going out to dinner with my daughter-in-law. She takes me out for Christmas every year. Well, we just started doing this actually last year, and I went with her and her mom and her sisters, and it was wonderful. But I had to miss it this year because, we were going up north to spend the holidays with my daughter. So she's taking me tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a steakhouse, so I'll be able to get something carnivore, I'm sure. And so that should be fun. And then, like I said, this weekend, Ed, I got to buckle down and take all this stuff down. I've got to do it. I like leaving it up to some degree, but at the same time, I know eventually it's got to come down. And just knowing that, I just want to get it over with. So the sooner the better. And it took me weeks to put it all up, but I got to take it down in like 2 days. And it will take me 2 days. I got to bring in all the totes and the bags, and there's so much every room. I did every room. What was I thinking? At least I didn't do the upstairs. But next year I'm going to scale back. I say that every year, but I mean it. Next year I'm scaling back. I'm just putting up a wreath and the tree, maybe a few lights, but all this other stuff. I did it because we had Christmas at our house this year. And since, I was doing the celebration, I felt, for my grandkids, I needed to go all out. So I did. But now, like I said, now I get to take it all down. Oh, well. Anyway, so what else is going on? Like I said, it's the 3rd day of the new year. I don't have to go back to work until Tuesday. So that gives me more time to do all this. And like I said, when you come back from vacation, you need to decompress. I need a vacation for my vacation because usually we do so much that we don't normally do when we're on vacation because we want to, we have a limited amount of time and there's so much we want to see and do. And so we're running around every day, but it gets tiring. It's not like, self care time. It's not like we're taking a vacation and going to spas and getting massages and just relaxing. We're busy the whole time. So we kind of get a little worn down. And, this time of year with the weather the way it is, but I haven't gotten sick this year. And that I just know it's all due to my diet, my new diet. So I feel good about that. And I'm looking forward to hibernating. I look forward to that brief period of time where we get a couple months where it's okay to not be running around constantly doing things. It's okay to nurture ourselves and to, have some quiet time. I look forward to that. Come spring and summer, I'm ready to go. I've got cabin fever and I want to get out there and I want to travel and adventures and make up for lost time. But in the winter, it's just natural. I like having some downtime. I like, I go to work and then it gets dark within like an hour and a half after I get home. I'm lucky though. My husband comes home and it's practically dark when he gets home. So I do have a little bit of light, but once it gets dark, I want to be in my jammies and I want to just chill. And I'm not a TV watcher too much because there's never anything on. But I mean, back in the day I did. I would always find a program that I like to watch or a series and I could binge watch it like Sons of Anarchy or Breaking Bad. I like stuff like that, but Gilmore Girls. And I've watched that repeatedly, but I need to have, it's like comfort food. I have these comfort shows that I can just sit down and get lost in. And we need that. We need to decompress and just detach and give our brains a rest. So it's okay to do that. I used to think it was a waste of time, and now I realize that it's not. It's needed. We need to do that because we're always on, always, with our jobs and our lives. Some of us are still raising families. I help out with my grandkids, and I have a whole house to take care of, and going to work every day, and doing YouTube, and we're just so connected to all our devices going online, and it's draining. I mean, most of the stuff I do I enjoy doing, but at the same time it does, it drains your energy. So it's nice to have this time where we can just regain our energy. And like I said, I like being able to kind of like hibernate. I don't want to have anything on my social calendar. I am not a social butterfly. I do these things because it's expected. And usually after I do them, I enjoy it. But for the most part, I don't like to go and do, especially this time of year. In the spring and summer, yes. But in the wintertime, I want to stay home. I'm a homebody. I want to do jigsaw puzzles and I want to read books and I want to work on my crafts. I get such little time to work on my crafts, and I was all about that. I'm the crafting lady. Let me tell you, I've got a whole room full of crafting supplies that are just begging for me to get up there, and do art and make beautiful things. And I need to have the time to do this because once you start working on a project, you can't just work on it for a little bit and then you got to clean up and put everything away and then come back and work on it again. It doesn't work like that. When I start working on a project, it might take a couple days or weeks, and I can't be taking everything out and putting it away while I'm working on it. I lose my flow. So when I'm doing something, when I'm working on a particular project, I'll usually bring it downstairs into the dining room because, I'm not entertaining. It's just me and my husband, so I don't need the dining room table. So I can just take it over because even though I have a craft room, it's full of craft supplies. I do have a small work table, but I need more space usually. So I bring it all down here. And, I used to have to, clean up immediately afterwards. How much time? Okay. Just making sure this isn't a half hour long. But, so yeah, I am looking forward to this downtime, and it makes it easier for me to get into a routine. And when I am doing a routine, I stick to my diet better. I know what I can and can't eat, and I do things at a certain time, and everything just works a lot better for me. I don't like having, a random schedule this time of year. So, this is actually, even though fall is my favorite time of year, I love the fall. I like the winter. I like the winter. And we get a change of seasons finally in California. We'll get a change of seasons. I mean, my daughter up north, she gets, all 4 seasons. But down here in Southern California in the high desert, we get, summer and spring. That's it. And spring doesn't even last that long. It's mainly summer. Lots and lots of sun, lots of heat. So for a brief period of time in the winter, and usually not until January and February, we do get some rain and it does cool down, and it's nice. It's nice. We can use our fireplace and I can light candles, and I like that whole ambiance this time of year. I enjoy that. So I'm just totally looking forward to that. Throwing a roast in the crock pot before I go to work. And it's easier and quiet. I'm just so looking forward to it. I'm ready. I'm ready because even though, like I've been saying, I was looking forward to this last year, feeling good and getting out of the house after being a homebody for 7 years and then going through that depression for another year. It was nice to finally get beyond that, to feel healthy, to get out, to go on these adventures. And I did. I went on a lot last year. I got to travel a lot and camping with the family and going back to the Midwest. And we went up to see our daughter multiple times. One time we actually drove, and then the other times we flew. But I went to a 4-day music festival, and just I got to do a lot this year, and it was fun. And I look forward to doing even more next year because I'm going to be feeling even better after I lose the rest of the weight, the next 50 pounds. So I'm super excited about that. But for this period of time, like I said, I've done a lot. Now I'm ready to just, relax a little bit. I do want to do my strength training. I dug out the weights. That's the first step. I at least dug them out. I know I got them. So I'm going to do that. I want to, I can do that while I'm watching TV at night. And not just YouTube videos, which I love. I love watching all my carnivore family. I watch you guys daily. I turn you on. I was telling Sarah, I listen to her on my way to work in the morning. I plug her in and she gets me going because she's usually pretty consistent about posting in the mornings right before I go to work. So I enjoy that. And now I've got George to look forward to. I hope he posts more. And my friend Joshua from Meat Base 365. And just there's Apex Predator, and there's just so many of you guys that I watch, and Sherry, and gosh, I know I'm gonna forget you guys, some of you guys, DC Learning to Live, and Carl for the Primal Lifestyle, and I don't watch the really big channels anymore. I mean, I'll tune into them when they have something, special going on, but I like to watch the smaller channels, the ones that aren't as polished. I get invested in the people, not just the channel. And I like to hear what they're doing, and I connect with them. And it's like watching friends and seeing where they're at on their journey and how they're doing. And, I draw inspiration from them. And it just reinforces what I'm doing when I hear their stories and what they're going through. So I just, I prefer those type of channels. That's why I'm always looking for more people to start their channel. I'm going to do a video about that after this one because I really do want to hear from more carnivores, especially the newbies. So many of the people that I watch have been doing it for a while and stuff, but I like listening to the people that are just starting out, and it's like I experience all over again the trials and tribulations that you go through at the beginning, and what they're doing to get through. And I just enjoy it, and I get to know people better. I've had some new subscribers this week, and I'm super happy about that. Graham, and I've got a whole bunch of his videos that I get to watch, and I'll get to know him better. And yeah, there's several people. So I'm going to spend a lot of time this winter watching carnivore YouTube channels to keep me on track. But I also need to find a show. I need to get invested in a show that I like to watch. I like to binge watch series, especially like on the weekends. My husband and I can watch them together. He goes to bed really early because he gets up super early. So we can't really watch anything together during the week. I stay up a lot later than him, but we like to have something that we can sit and watch together on the weekends. And I think our new one is going to be Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. My daughter's girlfriend told me about it when we were up there. She watches it, and it's supposed to be, similar to Yellowstone, which I really liked. And I can't get season 5, part 2. I don't know where that's at. I got to look into that. I want to watch that because that's when things got crazy. So anyway, yeah, if you know of any good series like that, I like I like dramas, but I also like feel good things. Like I said, I like Gilmore Girls because it's very, they go through all the seasons and it's very girly and I can relate to it. Me and my daughter and my granddaughters and stuff, and we all enjoy watching it. And it's just happy. So sometimes I like to watch things that are happy. I don't like things that have too much violence. Sons of Anarchy was a little over the top for me, I'll be honest. So was Breaking Bad. There was many times where I could only watch one show because I was just so like overwhelmed and exhausted from all the violence. So I prefer not I prefer, shows that don't have a ton of violence in them. So if you guys know of anything, just drop them in the comments. I'm always looking. I heard Lioness was good. I might look into that one. That sounded good. Any movies we watched? Carry On with Justin Bateman. We just love him. My whole family does. He's great. He's good at comedy. He's good at being a villain. He's good at being a straight guy. And I mean, it's not going to win any awards, but it was a good movie. It was, it was suspenseful, and I like that. So if you haven't watched it, I think it's either on Netflix. Yeah, Netflix, because Landman is on Paramount. I get them mixed up. So yeah, you might want to watch that one. If you guys know of anything, let me know. Like I said, I plan on sitting my butt down in the evening and taking some time. I'll be working out. I'll be doing my strength training. I'm still going to move. I'll still be walking every day. I'll do my little 2-mile walk and then I'll come home and do that. But I plan on actually giving my mind and soul a rest this winter and recharging my battery by doing things that bring me energy, that raise my vibration. And that is watching movies that I like, especially when they're empowering and encouraging and making art, making beautiful things. Those things replenish my soul. And so I need that right now. I need to take some time and do that, and not just, like I'm feeding my soul and my body by doing carnivore. That's been wonderful. And I'm going to just get healthier this winter. I'm not going to be sitting there eating all the crap like I've done years before. That's when I would put on all my weight in the wintertime. I'm hoping to lose my weight or lose the rest of the weight. I really feel like if I could lose the last 50 pounds in 6 months, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to lose this next 50 pounds in 6 months. So I'm hoping by June, I won't be totally disappointed if I don't. But as long as the scale, I'm not going to be getting on the scale every day, I promise. But as long as my weight is going down, my measurements are getting smaller, I'm going to use the tape measure, I'll feel like I'm on the right track. Because like I said, this is important. It's important to get off the excess weight. And I have to know that I'm doing that. And I need to see the results, whether it's on the scale or with the tape measure. So if I can weigh myself just once a month, I will. That'll be the goal. But I got to get back to, doing the tape measure because I haven't been doing that. God, who knows? But I don't feel like I've lost inches. Maybe in my face. I see it more in my face. My double chin is getting better. But because, my face was obviously a lot fuller and I had a lot shorter neck. But I don't feel it in the areas I really need to lose it, in my hips and my thighs, my butt. My pants still, I mean, they got looser after losing 50 pounds, obviously, but they don't feel any looser after a vacation. And it's not just because I gained 2 pounds, but isn't it crazy? Just knowing that I gained 2 pounds, I can feel it. I feel bloated now. really bums me out. So yeah, that's the reason that the scales are bad, because it can really throw you off mentally, make you think things like when you're losing weight and you don't see it in the scale, but then you find out, you've lost in inches. It's kind of mind-boggling because you expect to see it on the scale. It's like, darn it, how can I be smaller, my waist be smaller, but the scale's not showing it. So yeah, I can see why people tell you throw your scale away, but I'm an addict. But I am way better, way better. I would weigh myself daily, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I have done that in a long time. At most now, well, I went 2 weeks without doing it. So if I can, get to the point where I'm only doing it once a month, that's the goal. Once a month, just to check in, make sure I'm on the right track. That's all I want to do. So anyway, I do want to make another video about making videos, because I really need you guys to make videos. I need more. I've watched everybody, I swear. I go on there and I'm always scouring, looking for other carnivores that are doing YouTube and stuff, and I'll binge watch them. So I need more. I need more. So if you guys are starting your journey, now's the time to start filming. Just ask George and Joshua. They just started and they're doing great already, because people are hungry for more channels, especially in 2025. It's the year of the carnivore. You just watch. Mark my words. Once this Healing Humanity documentary comes out, man, it's going to explode. So yeah, this is the time to get started. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee because you can see I really need it. But and I'm going to work on this next video. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, guys, or night. Goodbye.